Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. So a few weeks back you saw us take a aged ribeye roast out of the steak ager and carve it up. Well, tonight we're going to cook them. So we absolutely love steak here at the Galley of the Sun, especially ribeye. That's why we have a steak ager. So I have cooked these things every way you can imagine. We've tried deep fried. We've done them on a gas grill. We have done them on a charcoal grill. I've done them in the smoker where I cook them at a very low temperature until they hit about 90 degrees and then sear them off. We've cooked it on top of a charcoal chimney, and we have tried Gordon Ramsay's method. Haven't really decided which one is the best. Gordon Ramsay's method is pretty good. What is his method? It's to use a cast iron skillet. You start out with some oil in there. You put your steak in, a little bit of butter, sear your steak on both sides, put in some aromatics, thyme and garlic, put in some more butter, and then dish the butter over the top of the steak until it's done. So, like I said, that came out pretty damn good. But since I came across some Wagyu beef tallow, I thought to myself, what if I replaced the fat of the butter and the oil with beef tallow? Well, tonight we're going to do that. We're going to try it Gordon Ramsay's way, and then we're going to try it his way, except using the beef tallow instead of the oil and butter. And we'll give them both a try and see which turns out best. Got my two aged ribeyes here. First thing I got to do is get them seasoned. And we're going to do them exactly the same, and we're just going to go with salt and pepper. And get a little on the board there, get the sides. Sides on this one need a little bit more. Okay, they are seasoned. Now we get the cast iron skillet a heating and get to cooking. Definitely, to enhance the flavor of your steak, you should be drinking bourbon as you're doing this, and brown sugar bourbon. Here's to you. Thank you, fans. All right, we're hot enough. So first, good amount of olive oil. We'll lay down our steak away from us so we don't splash ourselves. A little bit of butter. Then we're going to move the steak around a little bit, make sure it's not sticking, and it is not. We're shooting for medium rare here because we're not heathens, we're not communists, we're not idiots. My apologies to the idiots. Okay, now the other side. All right, so it's about halfway through its sear on the second side, so we add the aromatics to the top of the steak, the garlic and the thyme. Now we add our second tablespoon of butter, very gracefully. Get our aromatics into the butter. It's a little less awkward if you're not trying to do it for a camera. I promise I am right-handed. Gonna give it one more flip. All right, steak comes out of the pan. Presentation side up. I like that side better. Aromatics on top. And the rest of that magic butter and oil on top of it. Now that gets tented and rests for about 10 minutes. And we'll get started on our Wagyu beef tallow steak. All right, got the skillet heated. Gonna put in about half the tallow right now. Get that all melted first. And in goes our steak. Ah, such a satisfying noise. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to get a good sear. First, gonna make sure it's not sticking, and it's not. But just because neither of mine's stuck, make sure you do that step. After it's been sitting in there for about 30 seconds to a minute, jiggle it around. Make sure you're not sticking. Okay, time to flip. Aromatics. The rest of the beef tallow. Now it's been searing on the second side for a while, and we'll begin the basting. Well, are you picking up what we're laying down? If you are, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell. It'll tell you every time we release a new episode. If there's something else you'd like to see us cook, put that in the comments. Okay, time to start basting. Time to start basting with a glove. It is cast iron after all. It's hot. Remember, the first time you hit that thyme with that hot oil and butter, or beef tallow if you're using this method, it's going to pop at you. Smell of that thyme and garlic seems to be more pronounced with the beef tallow. I don't know what it's going to do to the taste. It definitely seems more pronounced. Okay, give our steak a flip. Let's get to basting the other side. Let's get it off the heat. Okay, get the steak off. The aromatics on the steak. Pour that tallow over it. All right, so I brought in Judge Charlotte, okay? Here is one. Good job not talking with your mouth full. I've done that in so many videos and it's gross. And here's number two. Which one of the two do you think is better? Well, it's 2 for 2. I'm going to give it a try. Thank you very much. One. And 2. So the director is not home yet, but it is unanimous. 3 for 3 out of the 4 people that live here at the Oasis. It is the beef tallow. That is the way to go. So I hope you like what you saw. Join us next time on the Galley of the Sun.